40 innings, allowed 35 hits. Also had 35 strikeouts and walked just 11. A 2.63 earned run average, which is very good considering in one start against North Shore, he gave up 7 runs in the top of the first. So that'll inflate your ERA in a hurry. So to get it down to 2.63, he had an outstanding recovery from that one outing at Parkgate. There's a base hit left field for Vi, and the Pirates stay hot with the sticks. First 2 men aboard here in the first inning. Nanaimo led the PBL with a team batting average of .308. And during the 44-game regular season, scored 294 runs. That was number 1. They scored 7 runs on 9 hits last night. The catcher, Cole Workin, the batter. Workin was 2 for 2 last night, scored a couple of runs. After batting .382 during the regular season. And that's lined to center field for a base hit. Rogers around third. The throw will be cut off. It's 1-0 for Nanaimo. Matt Brope might be having flashbacks to that day at Parkgate in North Vancouver, where he couldn't get anybody out in the first inning, as Evan Bailey will make an early trip. This ball game only started 9 minutes ago, and Nanaimo already has a run on 3 hits. Next game in the round robin of the PBL will be at 12:30. Nanaimo will play again against North Shore. Then at 3 o'clock, the Athletics are back to play against the Victoria Eagles, and at 5:30 it will be North Shore and the Eagles. Runners at first and second, a run home, nobody out, and Zach Dywert the batter. Dywert was 2 for 3 last night. He takes up an in, ball 1. The pitch by Brote, low. The throw by DeCoste, second. A close play, but Will Hunter says that Vi got underneath that throw by DeCoste, with the second baseman Pierce there to take it. 1-0 Nanaimo in the bottom of the first inning. It's hammered to left, but it will hook foul. Home run distance for Dywert. 2 balls and a strike. Dywert led the PBL in RBI with 40. He had 3 home runs. The pitch by Brote, and that's looped off the end of the bat. The second baseman Pierce will make the grab for the first out of the inning. Sean Arabsky will come to the plate with runners at first and second and 1 out. Arabsky hit .370 during the regular season. Takes ball 1. He's batting .200 during the playoffs. Nanaimo swept Wally in 2 straight games in the first round and beat Victoria last night. Another perfect day for baseball in the capital city as Quality Foods presents the PBL Final Four. Arabsky takes a breaking ball for a strike. Chris Vi at second, Cole Workin at first. Shane Rogers has already scored. It's 1-0 Pirates in the bottom of the first. The pitch by Brote. Foul back. Okanagan defeated Langley in the first round after dropping the first game at McLeod Park. They won the next two after finishing fifth during the regular season at 24-20. That sneaks by the first baseman, Glowacki. Vi will score. Heading to third is Workin. RBI single for Arabsky. The Pirates using the entire field to take a 2-0 lead. First baseman Matt Skingle steps in. He was 2 for 4 last night, scored a couple of runs, drove in a run. Checks his swing. Appeal denied. 1 ball, no strikes. Athletics have won 6 of their last 8. But they're running into a club who's 17-4 in their last 21 games. This could be 2. Pierce to Avila to Glowacki, and they do turn the 4-6-3 double play. But the Pirates, early risers, they scored 2 runs on 4 hits. 2-0 for Nanaimo as we go to the second inning. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. Left fielder Trevor Lostrom to lead off the second inning for the Okanagan Athletics. His first ball swinging against Garrett Goodall. It's popped foul at a play. 2-0 for Nanaimo after 1 inning. And a reminder that these games are scheduled for 7 innings. Unlike the Summer College League of the Harbor Cats or professional baseball, who play 9. Goodall retired the Athletics in order in the top of the first. Lostrom hacks one that hops into the Nanaimo dugout on the third base side. Lostrom was 3 for 5 yesterday afternoon in the 6-5 win over North Shore. That's hit high to left field, sending Arabsky back to the warning track. He's at the fence, and this is over the fence. Home run for Trevor Lostrom. A towering fly ball that the ballpark could not hold. Lostrom hit 4 home runs during the regular season. Athletics are on the board. It's now 2-1 for Nanaimo. Arabsky did everything right. He found the fence early, timed his leap, but it was just out of his reach. And not a breath of wind today as of yet. So Lofstrom did that on his own. There's strike 1 to Marcus Glowacki. Glowacki scored the winning run in the 9th inning yesterday. He was 2 for 4 in the ball game against North Shore. Big hop for Aaron Page at shortstop, and that's the first out of the 2nd inning.
Now batting the pitcher, number 17, Matt Burrows.
Pirates played an errorless ball game last night against Victoria. After committing 84 errors during the regular year, that was 9th in a 12-team league. And they gave up 74 unearned runs. 10th most, but last night they were locked down defensively. And Page looked very confident taking that big hopper off the bat of Glowacki as Matt Brote bats, trying to help himself. He's the pitcher today for the Athletics. 2-1 for Nanaimo in the 2nd inning. Goodall with the 0-1 pitch. Tough hop for Rogers handles it nicely, and the strong throw and another tag at first by Skingle. Now you wouldn't know this is the 9th rated defense, the way they're playing the last
Number 6, Sam Avila.
game and a bit here. That was a tough play for Rogers. Not a lot of true hops in this infield. Soft in some places, hard in others. 2 men out, Sam Avila, the shortstop. Take strike 1. Avila had a good day against North Shore. He drove in a run, had a couple of hits, scored a run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Athletics turned a couple of double plays, and the game ended on the always difficult 3-6-3 twin killing as it came from the first baseman to the shortstop Avila, who went back to the first baseman. Actually, it was a tag play at second that Avila had to make to complete the double play and end the ball game. The 2-1 pitch. Oh, Page has got that to his feet, but the throw is off target. The fielding play was splendid, but he just couldn't quite finish it.
Now the batting box, right fielder, number 16, Mitchell Rene.
Mitchell Rene will bat. Avila awarded a base hit. Rennie had the sacrifice fly in the 9th inning yesterday that brought home the eventual go-ahead run. He also had a 2-run double that put the Athletics on the board as they trailed 3-0 after a couple of innings yesterday. The Athletics just never gave up against North Shore, who has by far the best pitching stats in the PBL. The Athletics were down by 3 runs twice yesterday, but came back to win 6-5 in extra innings and pounded out 15 hits in the process. 2-1 the count on Rennie. He bats with the runner on and 2 out. 3 balls and a strike. Spencer Rankin waiting on deck for Okanagan. Avila at first base stole 9 times successfully during the regular season. Another throwback to first. The 3-1 pitch to Rennie. Fouled straight back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Avila will be on his way from first base when Goodall delivers the pitch. Don't be surprised if he throws over to first again. Sometimes that runner gets a little excited and goes early. He goes. Then the pitch in the air to shallow left field. Arabsky was playing deep, so that ball will drop in for a hit. Backdoor play to Avila, but he gets in there safely.
The third baseman, number 15, Trevor Rankin.
third hit of the inning for the Athletics, and Spencer Rankin will come up. He was 1 for 5 yesterday.
Spencer.
Runners at first and second for the Okanagan Athletics, who trailed 2-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Sorry, the top of the second inning. There's a ground ball to Rogers, and he'll jog to the bag for the out. A run on 3 hits as Trevor Lofstrom went deep. 2-1 for Nanaimo, who come up in the bottom of the second. Josh Bergman will lead off. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.
So head down there and check them out. Also, if you need cash, there's an ATM right by the raffle table. So you don't have to run to a bank. You go right here, grab yourself some money, and make the concession stands. Now batting for the designated hitter of the Pirates is Josh Bergman, number 25.
Josh Bergman leading off the bottom of the second for the Pirates, sends a pop up to right field, and that's caught by Mitchell Rainey. 2-1 for Nanaimo as we play the bottom of the second. Aaron Page, the batter. Had a game of a lifetime last night against the Victoria Eagles. 4 RBI out of the 9-hole. Hit a 3-run home run to left and was flawless at shortstop. Matt Brote delivers a fastball high, 1 ball, no strikes. And Pirates with 2 runs and 4 hits in the top of the bottom of the first. Athletics respond with a run on 3 hits in their half of the second. Shane Rogers on deck for the Pirates, who were 29-15 during the regular season. Just 6-6 after their first 12 games. And including playoffs. Are now 17-4 in the last 21 games as Page is caught looking. First strikeout for Brote. The right fielder, North Rainey, will step in. And that gets by the third baseman as Rankin dove but couldn't come up with it. Lofstrom to the ball quickly. He'll hold Rainey to a single. Fifth hit for the Pirates with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Shane Rogers singled and scored the lead off the ball game. The Pirates, probably more than anybody else in the PBL, use their pitchers as position players, as Rainey had 64 at-bats. Bergman, who threw last night, is the DH today. Goodall, who's pitching today, had 82 at-bats. One strike on Rogers, no relation to his manager, who has already had 3 sons come through this Pirates program and play in the PBL. Throw to first, and Dan Rogers, who is a relation, says safe. Umpire Dan and manager Doug are brothers, but Dan Rogers, the consummate professional, so there's never an issue whenever he works a Pirates game. There's a high chopper, and that will land foul. That area in front of home plate is very hard. So the ball hits there first. It's going to Kangaroo. 2 strikes on Shane Rogers, who hit .317 during the regular season. This is punched over the head, the second baseman, but Pierce goes back, had it, then lost it. And with 2 outs, Rainey was running on the crack of the bat, so he gets to third. Not an easy play for Pierce. It would have been a terrific catch. Just couldn't quite hold it. So Shane Rogers, who is 0 for in the first 3 PBL playoff games, is now 2 for 2. So Chris Vi gets a chance to hit. He had a base hit his first time and scored. Pierce with another chance, and he will flip to Avila for the out that ends the inning. 2 hits for the Pirates, but they do not score, and after 2 innings, it is Nanaimo 2, Okanagan 1. You're watching the PBL Final 4 from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.
It was 2 runs, 0 hits. 0 runs, 2 hits, 0 errors, 2 left on hits. So our sponsors today are Big League Experience, Rockmead Physical Therapy, Panamera, Barbara Watt Lawyers LLP, Global Turkey Foods, Dr. Doug Sims, and Hometown Sports. Now batting, number 9, center fielder, Trevor Millay.
Top of the order for Okanagan in the top of the third. Trevor Millay, Chase DeCoste, and McCoy Pierce to face Garrett Goodall. Swinging a foul back. 2-1 for Nanaimo. Both these teams winners in their first game of the round robin yesterday. Both will play another game today. Okanagan will play Victoria at 3 o'clock. Nanaimo will play North Shore at 12:30. Aaron Page fields and throws out Millay. Chase DeCoste struck out his first time. Goodall 6-2 during the regular season. He has not been tagged with a loss since May 24th. That's too high, says Chloe Elson, our home plate umpire. And Goodall was money in that game against the Victoria Eagles on the 24th of May. Through the first 6 innings, he led the game 3-2. And all of a sudden, everything fell apart in the 7th. And he ended up getting beaten 10-3 as the Eagles scored 8 earned runs on Goodall. But for the first 6, he was solid, and he hasn't lost since. The 1-1 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He made the start last Saturday against Wally in the playoff round. Previous to that, his 2 other most recent appearances were in relief. That pitch just outside. July 17th and July 20th, he threw scoreless innings of relief. The 2-2 pitch to DeCoste, hit sharply to Page, gets a nice big hop. And a strong, accurate throw. 2 up and 2 down in the 3rd, 2-1 for the Pirates. With McCoy Pierce coming up, he grounded to Rogers at 3rd to end the 1st inning.
Second baseman, 13, McCoy Pierce.
This pitch is hit high in the air, left center field. Both Arabsky and the center fielder Dywert converge, and it's Zach Dywert who makes the catch. So again, Goodall retires the top 3rd of the order in order, and the Pirates will come up in the bottom of the 3rd with Cole Workin to lead off. Pirates 2, Athletics 1. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.
Now batting the catcher, number 35, Cole Workin.
Workin singled to drive in the game's first run in the 1st inning. This is grounded to 1st, blocked by Glowacki, and he'll underhand to the pitcher covering for the out. Good job by Glowacki at first base to, as the players say, body up. He knew he had lots of time to just keep the ball in front of him, and his pitcher alertly came over to help out. Now Zach Dywert, who popped up to 2nd his first time. Slider outside for a ball. Swing and a miss. Dywert from Chemainus, 5'11", 205. He'll attend Polk College in Florida in the fall. And this is off the end of the bat. Avila racing back to shortstop. Can't get to it. It'll be a base hit.
Now 7, the left fielder.
We're now 4 for 8 in the postseason for the Pirates. 1 on with 1 out, and Sean Arabsky, the batter. He had an RBI single in his first trip to the plate in the first inning, as the Pirates scored 2 runs on 4 hits. Sharply hit to Avila. To Pierce for 1. The throw to first is not in time.
Now for the Nanaimo Pirates.
2 men out for Matt Skingle.
First baseman number 10.
He grounded into a double play his first trip. Skingle hit .314 during the regular season and led the Pirates in home runs with 4. He takes strike 1. Two men out, 2-1 for Nanaimo, and strike 2 to Skingle. The Pirates hit 81 doubles, they hit 10 triples and 10 home runs in their 44 league games. It's fouled out of play. 9 hits last night, and already with 7 safeties here today. Pop-up on the left side of the infield. The shortstop, Sam Avila, going out. Lofstrom calls him off and makes a running catch. 1 hit, but 1 left, and through 3, the Pirates lead the Athletics 2-1. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. Through 3 innings, Nanaimo 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Okanagan 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, as Trevor Lofstrom digs it on the right side, ready to face Garrett Goodall. Lofstrom hit a home run to left field in his first at-bat today. Already his 4th hit of the PBL Final Four. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Lofstrom hit .314 during the regular season. That one bounces in front of the plate and then clanks off the face mask of the catcher, Cole Workin. Lofstrom was 3rd in the league in home runs with 4, and he had 31 RBI. That breaking ball is too high. 2-1 the count. Marcus Glowacki on deck with Matt Brote to follow in the top of the 4th. Pirates leading the Athletics 2-1. Swing and a miss. Lofstrom tried to tie the game with 1 swing. The 2-2 pitch. That's called strike 3.
Now batting the first baseman, number 19, Marcus Glowacki.
Marcus Glowacki grounded to short his first time. And swings and misses, strike one. Lostrom, then Glowacki, a pair of 6'4" high school players, to face Goodall. The pitch down and in for ball one. 2-1 for the Pirates in the top of the fourth. That breaking ball misses. The first of at least 4 games today on the BCPBL website or Victoria Eagles website, presented by Quality Foods. Now we say at least 4 because there is the possibility of a tiebreaker that could be played later tonight, but there's at least 4 games on the round robin schedule for you if you're not coming in person. Glowacki swings and misses. A full count now. Just $5 at the door here in the North Park neighborhood at Royal Athletic Park and Sports Traders Diamond near downtown Victoria. Bouncer for Page, charges, gets the good hop, and there's 2 out. Matt Brote grounded to third his first time. A nice play by Shane Rogers.
Starting pitcher, number 17, Matt Rhodes.
These two teams met back in April in Nanaimo. All 4 games played at Sir Oxman Stadium. As is the way with Okanagan, they either host all 4 or you play all 4 on the road if you're the Athletics. Whereas the other teams in the league will play 2 at a time in each other's ballpark. And there were runs aplenty. 49 runs were scored in the 4 games. This one's popped up by Matt Brote. It's Rogers who makes the play to end the inning.
No runs.
Athletics go in order in the top of the fourth. It's 2-1 for Nanaimo. With Josh Bergman to lead off when we come back, you're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. Third of the order for the Pirates in the bottom of the fourth. As Josh Bergman will lead it off against Matt Brote. Off the end of the bat, foul. Bergman flied to right his first time. Junior national team picture, and showed why last night with a gutty performance. He's not 100% right now. He's got a little arm issue, but he didn't show it. Struck out 9 last night, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. But he can also swing it a little bit, and if you're playing for Doug Rogers, You are not just a pitcher. If you can swing, he will give you opportunities. This is another pop-up. Foul territory. DeCoste right near his dugout makes the catch. Bergman only played in 6 games after coming back from school in Alberta.
The shortstop.
But he hit .474 in those 6 games, but he's having a tough time today. 0 for 2, and now Aaron Page will bat. He struck out his first time. 2-1 for Nanaimo in the 4th inning. Ball 1 on the fastball over the head of DeCoste all the way to the screen. Page hit .241 during the regular season. Did not have a home run, but he hit one last night that got out of here in a hurry. Right over the .310 marker inside the foul pole down the left field line, and that was the big hit in the game. It was 1-1 at the time, and the 3-run homer put Nanaimo ahead 4-1, and that was the cushion that Bergman needed as the Pirates went on to defeat the second-seeded Eagles 7-3. The 2-1 pitch hit high in the air to center field. And that's handled easily by Malate. There were some issues yesterday for the players, not used to this high sky. There's a little bit of cloud cover today, which makes it easier. There was no cloud yesterday, and there were 4 balls between the Twins and the A's early in the game yesterday afternoon that dropped as players lost the ball. But Malate looked very comfortable handing that pop-up from Page, and now it's North Rainey who had a base hit his first time. Pirates with 7 hits in the ball game. They lead 2-1. 0-1 the count. Spencer Rankin is the third baseman. Sam Avila at shortstop. McCoy Pierce, the second baseman. Marcus Glowacki at first base for the Okanagan Athletics. Trevor Lostrom in left field. Trevor Malate in center field. Mitchell, don't call me Trevor. Rainey in right is a long throw from Avila, will not be in time, and Rainey has a base hit. Avila showed off a good arm going in the hole, but it was just too far. And Rainey, with those long legs, was able to get down the line and sniff out his second hit of the day. And Shane Rogers comes up, and he is 2 for 2. His first 2 hits of the postseason. Pirates led the PBL during the regular year with a .308 team batting average and 294 runs scored. And they have kept on swinging it here in the postseason. 9 hits last night, and already 8 hits here today as we play in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch by Matt Brote after a long hold. Pop foul out of play. That'll go into Caledonia Avenue. Matt Brote had 4 wins during the regular season for the Athletics. 2.63 earned run average in 40 innings of work. Rainey dives back, safe under the tag of Glowacki. There's a bunt attempt by Rogers. Brote bare hands and throws to first in time. Nice play by the pitcher. And using Olaf Glowacki's 6'4" reach to retire Rogers. 1 hit, 1 left. We are through 4 in the first of 4 today. 2-1 for Nanaimo. You are watching the PBL Final 4 from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. third of the order for the Athletics in the top of the fifth. 2-1, Nanaimo leading. It'll be Sam Avila, Richard Rennie, and Spencer Rankin. Avila with a base hit his first time up. Facing Garrett Goodall. 6'1", 165. He'll turn 18 in a couple of weeks. First pitch is high, ball one. April 25th, Goodall pitched against the Athletics. Did not get a decision, as the game was decided in 9 innings. The Pirates winning 7-6. There's a strike to Avila. Goodall went 6 innings that day, gave up 4 runs on 10 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 5. The 1-1 pitch in the air to right field. That sends Rainey back, and he is there to make the catch. North Rainey making the catch. Mitchell Rennie coming up for the Athletics, who had a single his first time. Okanagan won the first game on that April 25th doubleheader 2-1. And Rainey, who is out in right field right now for the Pirates, pitched 5 innings that day. Gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. Athletics only had 3 hits in the game, but still got the victory. Came back with 12 hits in the second game and lost. That's baseball, and that's a line drive to center field. Dyrud has to play on a hop. Rennie is 2 for 2. 4th hit for the Okanagan Athletics. Spencer Rankin grounded out his first time. And then on the Sunday, April 26th, the Athletics beat the Pirates in 8 innings, 8-4. They scored 5 times in the 8th. Strike 1 to Rankin. Pirates defense let them down on that Sunday as they committed 6 errors. Defense wasn't any better in the second game of the doubleheader. The Pirates beat the Athletics 12-9. There were 7 errors in that game. And in that doubleheader, the two teams combined to make 14 miscues. The 12-9 game on April 26th was 7 innings, and it took 3 hours and 19 minutes to play. Overall in the series, there were 21 errors in the 4 games. But thus far this afternoon, errorless baseball as they play in the final 4. Breaking ball is blocked nicely by Workin. We are in the top of the 5th. The Pirates lead the Athletics 2-1. Goodall's pitch just outside. Chloe Elson has been giving that corner, but that one was just a little too far off the outside edge. 2-2 the count on Spencer Rankin. Mitchell Rennie leads from first with 1 man out. That's bounced towards Page. The turn not in time by Chris Vai.
Now batting number 9, Trevor Malay.
Back to the top of the order, and Trevor Malay, who is popped to third and grounded to short. Pirates 2, Athletics 1. Somebody is going to be 2-0 in the round robin, and the other team will be 1-1. With the pressure falling on the number 1 and 2 seeds in this Final Four coming up later today, Victoria and North Shore. Malay tries to bunt, but comes up empty. It will start at 12:30 for the North Shore Twins when they play the Pirates. Then at 3 o'clock, the Victoria Eagles will play against the Athletics. At 5:30, North Shore and Victoria will then collide. Here's a roller towards Vi at second. He'll throw to first just in time for the out. Good hustle by Malay, but he's retired. 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 2-1 for Nanaimo. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.
3 A's, it was 0 runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 left on base. to the plate, the second baseman, number 37, Chris Lyle.
Chris Vai leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the fifth against Matt Brote. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Pirates 2, Athletics 1. Vai is 1 for 2 in the game. Singled and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, but that ended the second inning. Cole working on deck, and then Zach Dywert. 3 balls and a strike. Broad has not walked anyone yet today, and now he has. He's put the ball in play. Pirates have 8 hits. That's the first walk. He's only struck out 1. And this is the big inning for the Athletics as the Pirates bring up their big boys. The leading offense in the PBL. And Cole Workin is a big part of it. He hit .382 during the regular season with 35 RBI. But he pops this one up, got a little excited, and the shortstop Sam Avila will apply the leather. Manager Doug Rogers will not be happy with that. First ball swinging on a pop-up. We'll see if Zach Dywert can pick him up. He led the PBL with 40 RBI and was one of the top hitters at .366. Dywert is 1 for 2 in the game. Pirates lead 2-1. Outside corner for a strike.
That's what we've always called when we talk to Doug. How's Dywert doing? Who's good? But coaches don't usually correct other coaches if they're wrong.
Athletics try to turn the double play, but the return throw a little high. Probably would have been late anyway.
Left fielder,
2 men out
number 7, Sean
in the bottom of the fifth. 2-1 for Nanaimo over Okanagan. Sean Arabsky, the batter. RBI single. His first time up, and the Athletics aren't surprised by that. April 26th, Arabsky went 3 out of 4. And the day before, he was 3 out of 5 against Okanagan pitching. That was back in April, but he carried it on. He hit .370 for the regular season with 51 hits. Only Workin and Dywert had more. 0-1 on the Pirates left fielder. Runner at first with 2 men out. Breaking ball bounces away from DeKosh. That'll allow Dywert to go to second base. Runner at second following the wild pitch. Oh, shut up.
Oh, get smart.
Bouncing ball, foul. Pirates won the PBL title in 2002. A's won it in 2012 at Nanaimo. There's a nice breaking ball from Broughton. Arabsky was frozen. Second strikeout for Matt Brote. On to the 6th inning, 2-1 for Nanaimo. This game is scheduled for 7. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. Chase DeCoste will lead off the top of the sixth for the Athletics against Garrett Goodall of the Pirates, who lead 2-1. DeCoste is grounded to short and struck out. 0 for 7 in the final 4 thus far. Breaking ball is high and away. 2-0 the count. McCoy Pierce and Trevor Lofstrom to follow here for the Athletics in the 6th inning. DeCoste checks his swing. Appeal denied by Dan Rogers. 3-0 the count. Goodall has not walked a batter today. His mound opponent, Matt Broad, has walked only 1, and now so has Goodall. Good news for the Athletics. Chase DeCoste getting aboard. He reached only once yesterday, but he had a runner in front of him, so couldn't put his wheels into use. He was the co-leader in the PBL with 31 stolen bases. Evan Bailey making sure that the signs are understood, so he goes to his next hitter, McCoy Pierce, and has a verbal. Two-1 for Nanaimo. Pirates well aware of the fact that DeCoste has stolen 31 times. He was only thrown out 4 times. Little bouncer, Goodall trying to start a double play. High throw to Page and a hard slide by DeCoste. So the pitcher didn't help himself out. Had an easy double play chance there. Although it's not easy to set yourself when you're on the mound, which is 10 inches above the ground. Good news for the Pirates is the top base stealer in the league is now in the dugout. McCoy Pierce takes his place at first base. Trevor Lofstrom, though, is a handful. Already homered in this game. Takes a breaking ball low and away. 6'4" left fielder. A member of the gold medal winning Team BC ball club at the Canada Cup a year ago. Big hack, but comes up empty. Lofstrom knows his role. He's not out there punching the ball to right field hoping for a single. He comes out of his shoes on every swing. He knows right now, one fly ball up into the breeze, which is picked up towards left field, and the A's are in front. And Goodall knows that too, so he fires away and hits the outside corner. Goodall has not lost since May 24th. He leads this game 2-1. Another breaking ball away, Working with a good block. Marcus Glowacki is on deck for the Athletics, who trail 2-1 in the 6th inning. They have been out hit 8-4. Errorless ball game. And that'll get into left field for a base hit. Arabsky over to field it, going to third. And safe at third is McCoy Pierce. That would have been a close play, but the hard slide by Pierce knocked the ball out of the glove of Rogers.
Number 19, Marcus Glowacki.
So good base running by the Athletics. Pirates are playing no doubles there, meaning the outfield was deep. They wanted the ball to be kept in front of them. So they did that, but they were so deep that Pierce was able to get to third, and then Lofstrom alertly went to second base. One man out, runners at second and third for Marcus Glowacki. The Pirates have to bring the infield up on the grass. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Glowacki is grounded out to Page at shortstop twice already today. Shane Rogers at third, Aaron Page at short, Chris Vai the second baseman, Matt Skingle at first. Outfield moves up now. They're not nearly as deep. Another breaking ball from Goodall. 1-1 the count. Glowacki drove in 20 runs during the regular season. A little bouncer that will go foul over by the Pirate third base dugout. Pirates in yellow, Athletics in green. Top of the 6th inning, and a game that's scheduled for 7. It took 9 for the Athletics to win yesterday over North Shore. The 1-2 pitch from Goodall, fouled back. Pirates 2, Athletics 1. Runners at second and third. The 1-2 pitch, way outside, and Workin was able to snag that one. McCoy Pierce, the runner at third. Trevor Lofstrom, the runner at second. Athletics came from behind yesterday, down twice to North Shore by 3 runs. And they were down 2 here today, but they continue to battle back. That pitch is outside for a ball. First base is open. Wouldn't be the end of the world if Glowacki walks. Three-two pitch from Goodall. And that was ball 4, but he swung at it and fouled it off. Runners at second and third with 1 man out. The pitch from Goodall. And he got him to go after that breaking ball. And Workin's going to have to throw it to first, which they do. Last night in that same situation with the runner at third base against Victoria, Workin kind of took his time and lobbed the ball down there, and Mitch Bryan of the Eagles was able to score from third. Cole Workin wasn't going to let that happen to him a second time. So good pitching there from Goodall. Breaking balls away. All Glowacki could do with it, if he did hit it, was roll over on it, and the infield was in. They weren't going to get him anything he can turn on and get up in the air as the breeze has started to pick up towards left field. And if Glowacki had walked, well, then Matt Brote would come up with the bases loaded and 1 out, which means a double play could have ended the inning. Instead, Glowacki struck out, so now it's Brote with runners at second and third, 2 men out, and ball 1 to the Athletics pitcher, who has popped to third and grounded to third. Infield back all the way up now, all the way to the back of the infield. Breaking ball, nicely thrown by Goodall.
There is a white Honda Pilot outside the park here that has been ticketed and will be towed. The better remix.
1-1 the count on Brote. 2 men out with 2 men on. Pulled foul. The Pirates had 9 complete games during their 44 game regular season. And there's no one throwing in the bullpen at the moment. Goodall with a 1-2 pitch to Brote. Taken high. Doubleheader this morning for the Nanaimo. They'll play North Shore 30 minutes after the completion of this game. Okanagan will take some time off and come back to play Victoria at 3 o'clock. Two and two the count with 2 men on and 2 men out. And Workham was just at the mound. And I guess Goodall changed his mind. Page wants to know what's being thrown, so he can set up accordingly and also help the outfielders. Two to 1 Nanaimo in the 6th inning. The pitch by Goodall. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball again out of the zone. Workham will throw to first and complete back-to-back strikeouts. Athletics leave runners at second and third. Nanaimo leads 2-1. Matt Skingle will lead off. When we come back, you're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods. Pirates' Matt Skingle will lead off the bottom of the sixth inning against Matt Broad, who just struck out with runners at second and third. So in National League style play, he's got to compose himself and get right back on the mound. Ball one to Skingle, who was grounded into a double play and fly to left. And Broad gets a comebacker. One out in the bottom of the sixth. Pirates 2, Athletics 1.
Now up to the plate.
Josh Bergman has popped up twice today. Once in foul ground to the catcher and once to right field. But when he did return from school in Alberta, he was 9 for 19 when he got a chance to swing it. And that is ball one low. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Nanaimo. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for Okanagan. Foul out of play. Aaron Page waiting on deck for the Pirates.
That'll keep strike on the pilot.
Both bullpens are quiet. It's Goodall and Broad. And no one else at the moment. The pitch high for a ball. Matt Broad threw 40 innings during the regular season for the Athletics. Garrett Goodall threw 66 and a third for Nanaimo. That's just in league play. That doesn't include playoffs or tournament play. The wind has disappeared once again, so that makes it feel even warmer. It's going to be a very warm day by Victoria standards. These guys are nice and lucky to play at 10 a.m. As the day moves on, it'll get even warmer. That's a strike on the outside corner. So a little breeze would be nice for the players right now, but the flags out in left field are limp. Three-two pitch. That's a breaking ball that's called strike 3. Aaron Page has struck out today and flied to center.
Now batting number 19, the first
Third strikeout of the afternoon for Broad. One ball, no strikes on the Pirates shortstop. That bouncer goes foul. Nanaimo played in the final of the PBL championship at Abbotsford in 2013 and had the lead by a run going to the 7th inning, but the Victoria Eagles caught them and passed them to win their first and only championship to this point. Nanaimo were PBL champions in 2002. Managed at that time by today's first base umpire, Dan Rogers. One and two the count on Aaron Page. To center field. But Millet is able to move up and make the catch that ends the inning. So it's a quick 6th. For Matt Broke, Sam Avila, Mitchell Rennie, and Spencer Rankin scheduled to bat in the top of the 7th. 2-1 for Nanaimo. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.
Shortstop, number 6, Sam Avila.
Pirates 2, Athletics 1, as we move to the top of the 7th in a game that is scheduled for 7 innings. Sam Avila, 1 out of 2 in the ball game against Garrett Goodall. The first pitch of the 7th inning is chop foul. It's Shane Rogers at third for Nanaimo, Aaron Page at shortstop, Chris Vi at second base, Matt Skingle at first base, Sean Arabsky in left, Zach Dywert in center, North Rainey in right field, Cole Warkin doing the catching for Garrett Goodall, who has walked 1 and struck out 4. Avila takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goodall has allowed 1 run on 5 hits through 6 innings of work. Hit sharply to third, and Rogers has been locked down over there, and he makes another nice play. 2 games in a row of splendid defense here in the Final Four from Shane Rogers. The only run scored by Okanagan came in a second inning home run from Trevor Lofstrom. Mitchell Rennie is 2 for 2. Oh, and 1 the count. Goodall made 9 starts during the regular season. He completed 4. And there's no one throwing in the Pirates bullpen. Pirates 2, Athletics 1 in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Took a little off. Rennie down in the count, 0-2. Spencer Rankin on deck. That pitch is low and outside. Pirates allowed the 10th most runs in the league, but they've only given up 4 thus far in the Final Four tournament. That pitch is high. regular season ERA for Nanaimo was 4.12, a full 2 runs higher than the leader in the North Shore as Rennie strikes out. The Pirates slugged their way to a lot of victories and a 29-15 record. But great defense so far, no errors. Terrific starting pitching from Bergman last night and Goodall today. And they are 1 out away from going to 2-0 in the round-robin portion of the Final Four for 2015 as Spencer Rankin bats. Little bouncer, Goodall will take it, underhand to first, and the Pirates have a victory. 2-1 over Okanagan. As Garrett Goodall throws a complete game 5 hitter. In an hour and 26 minutes, the Pirates defeat the Athletics 2-1. Pirates scoring both their runs in the first inning as they came out against Matt Broach swinging. As Rogers, Vi, and Warkin, the top 3 men in the order, all had singles. And then with 1 out, Arabsky singled. It was 2-0. Trevor Lobstrom homered in the top of the second, and there was no scoring after that. As both Broach and Goodall settled in and were outstanding, and the defense was solid on both sides. So Nanaimo now moves to 2-0. The Athletics are 1-1. Nanaimo will play again at 12:30 against the North Shore Twins right here at Sports Traders Diamond. The Athletics will come back at 3 o'clock and play against the Victoria Eagles. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Nanaimo. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Okanagan Athletics. Garrett Goodall outduels Matt Broach. So for Chris Jaycox and the Go Live broadcast crew, I'm Jay Longpre, and I'll be back at 12:30 with North Shore and Nanaimo. You're watching the PBL Final Four from Victoria, presented by Quality Foods.